Okay. Okay.
All right.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it.
SilkTone.
Hey everyone. Welcome to this week's episode of Working Class Music. I am Jason, king of dad rocking maze.
And I'm Sia. Your mom's gonna love me, Bailey.
On this week's episode, we're checking out one of our favorite new amps, and it's the Astro by SilkTone. The Astro is in the same vein as the flagship SilkTone amp. It uses the very same cab and a 12-inch SilkTone ceramic speaker and a single KT66 power tube. However, what sets this amp apart from its bigger brother? Well, it's the minimalistic circuit design. This allows for the Astro to reveal the more subtle nuances of the guitar with a looser, more responsive feel and a bit more clean headroom.
Just a bit?
Just a tiny bit more clean headroom.
Just a pinch.
Just a pinch of more clean headroom, like your mom.
Just a hair.
Just a hair. Just a silk.
You have 3 modes: light mode, dense, full mids, raw silk mode, which bypasses the tone stack altogether for a big ol' gain boost. I like to call this the raw is war mode. Also, fun fact, you can swap out the KT66s for a 6V6, 6L6, or EL34 output tube without ever having to rebias your amp. That's a lot of sixes. Fucking marking the beast right here.
That's a mouthful, like your mom.
I'm pretty sure my mom watches this.
I wasn't talking about you. Oh God, she's gonna hate me.
Yeah. The amp is available as either a head, which starts off at around $14.99, and the combo starts off at around $15.99.
For this demo, we're going to do single coil and a humbucker. Tia's using...
Is this a Squire Jazzmaster?
And I'm using an Epiphone SG.
Now, on to the sound. I need more hair. Hold on. Where's Courtney Love? Should I shoot her a DM?
No.
Shoot her a DM.
Your turn.
Kurt Cobain would be proud.
Woody.
Probably
He was cool with queers.
Is Kurt Cobain cool with the blacks?
Oh, he was.
He was. He was cool with
Yeah, he loved hip hop.
all the underdogs. Yeah.
So, for the effects that I'm using for this section is the Limelight, the Somersault, the Dig, which I've said a couple of videos we will get to a review on. I swear we will. And the RV6.
We won't do the dig.
We will.
We won't.
I will do the Dig.
It won't happen.
But first, my clean tone. Dance. I'm going in raw. With effects. And I'm just going to get this out of the way because I know it does.
Like by far the loudest part of the whole
Right.
video.
Yeah, it kind of hurt my ear.
Christ.
Yeah, final
thoughts.
Final
First
thoughts.
yeah.
Yeah, final thoughts and first impression.
So many boys in this Astro.
Yeah, so many boys.
That sounds weird. That sounds
So
weird.
many
Someone's gonna raid our basement.
So many bootleg Mega Mans in this Astro.
But he's not a bootleg.
I know,
Mega Man.
I know,
He came
but I didn't.
first.
I know
He came first.
Yeah, but that doesn't. See, you
It's
just.
like the Kimba
You saying
Simba
he came
thing.
first doesn't help the it's so many boys in this. That's why I used Mega Man.
There's so many boys in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I
We
used
got Butcher. We got Huey. We got Mother's Milk.
Frenchie, Kimiko.
Yeah, I'm glad they gave her a name.
Right.
She's not just the
Female, yeah, she was just the female in the fucking comics, and now
Let's
just.
finish this episode. We are off the rails, baby.
All right. So, final first impressions.
You wanna go first, James?
Yeah, ladies first. Come on.
I go first. So, final first impression with me, and you know, we've had this for a little bit, and if you've seen a couple of our videos, it's been the amp that we've been using, in particular, the Jaguar episode. That thing ripped with this amp. But honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. Me being me, I judge everything off of my match list, and I've always approached amps of like, what does it do differently outside of that? Because it's like, all right, you can have this amp and it sounds good, but what does it do differently? And one thing that I like, you go from 0.5 to 12 watts. So this is actually really good for like bedroom and on stage. Also, the modes. You know, it's funny, I was talking to Charles, and
Would you say for this episode Charles is in charge?
oh,
I had to get my in.
oh no.
Okay, it's okay. We're taking it step by step.
Yep. I'm just gonna leave this alone.
Sorry, we're doing the best we can, man. It's a full house.
I know. You could say it's kind of like a Family Matters. It's not like we're hanging with Mr. Cooper or anything.
Ooh, hanging around with- yeah, I remember that. That's
Yeah, I do
yeah.
too. Oh yeah, Charles isn't sending us anymore. So yeah, about that episode. We were talking about the raw mode, and he was like, yeah, you being a shoegazer, you're gonna really gravitate towards that. Surprise, plot twist. I love the light mode. Other than that, the one thing that I'm a sucker for is simplicity, and the fact that you really just have an EQ that goes from bass to treble and then just volume. What more do you need?
So I'm not trying to argue with you because this amp is phenomenal, but when I think of Jason Mays, I do not think simple.
Yeah.
No, in terms of amp, I'm very simple.
Okay.
So I'm very simple. I like a simple EQ. In terms of amps, of course, pedal boards, different thing. But in terms of amps, I don't like the dual rec layout where it's like 8-band EQ and you're just like you're having
It's
a heart
overwhelming.
attack. Yeah. So for me, I love simple EQs.
Less is more.
Yep.
You know?
And I just love the fact that you can take this on stage and just take it home and just practice. Like, it can be the one amp you need Also, another thing that I definitely have to touch on that Charles and I spoke about, because we geeked out a little bit, But yeah, one of the things we geeked out about were the components in here, and I didn't realize the quality components that he used in here, like the transformers and everything.
Robots in disguise?
Yeah, robots in disguise. I'm pretty sure this is not a Decepticon.
It's Bumblebee.
It is.
This amp will save Shia LaBeouf.
This amp will save your wallet. And speaking of wallet, one of the things that I really do love is the price point. I mean, sales pitch aside, tube amps are expensive.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you're looking at anywhere for a good one, anywhere from like 12 to like 2,500, depending on what you want to buy.
And also depending on if you're buying new or used, and even with that, there's maintenance involved.
Yeah.
And this guy's only running off of a single, was it a KT66?
Yep.
So like that right there, when I had to get my orange retube, it was not cheap. I'm just saying, you could buy a pack of tubes, it'll last a while, because it only takes one.
Other than that, I don't think there's anything else I can say. Like, I love it. And I'm going to give this the Charlotte's Web stamp of approval. Why do I have to explain this to you? But I'm just giving it that. So, Tia.
Hi, I like it. It looks good, sounds good. Yeah, Jason's like the one who's better with words.
No, I'm not.
And he pretty much just like nailed everything on the head there. Yeah, I don't have a Guinness. I've got water, sparkling water, because I'm a basic bitch. But yeah, half watt to 12 watt sounds great. Like you said earlier, that half watt, it breaks up super nice, especially like if you're in like at a home recording situation, or maybe an apartment, or living with family, or anything like that. Maybe you're living with your friends who are family. Maybe you're at Olive Garden. Yes.
Oligarchy.
I mean, we do live in an oligarchy. This is true. But yeah, bring this amp to Olive Garden. They'll love it.
Yeah. You can fit so many breadsticks in this thing.
We turn it around. There's not even a speaker.
Yeah.
It's just breadsticks. And pasta. We're not.
But I don't want to do like.
I don't want to do that.
I get that phone call from Charles.
I'm never sending you guys a thing.
Yeah, we put breadsticks in it.
No, I mean, honestly, there's nothing I can say that Jason hasn't already said. It's a fantastic sounding amp, as you heard. The cleans are really good on this. It takes effects very well. It's not too heavy. That seems to be another drawback when it comes to tube amplifiers, is the weight. Speaking of someone who is 5'2", 120 pounds, I personally look hilarious when I carry my rock reverb. It's combo, you know, 212, it's like 86 pounds or something like that. I look hilarious carrying that thing. This, I don't look hilarious. I look like a person carrying an amp. That is great. Portability, awesome. Honestly, as time goes on, it seems like smaller is king. Like, a lot of people are going towards portability. Obviously, sound is gonna be number one, but if you can get a great sound in a small package, or at least in a portable package, that's gonna be a big seller. I don't say gone are like the days of like 10, but like, as I say with this backline behind me, but like, you know, there's a time and a place, but most people don't have this amount of room that we have been, you know, lucky enough to live in. Most people aren't living in a house like this. So with that being said, if you want something small, that sounds great, that isn't too heavy, that you won't look hilarious carrying, this guy. Like, I mean, what else do I say?
Yeah, I mean, no, you said it.
It's
like,
great.
Just to kind of wrap it up, I think it's awesome. In this kind of economic state, I think this is a really strong and convincing option for the wallet. The reason being, again, like, if you haven't noticed, tube amps have gone up, and to get something that is like hand built with the quality components like this for the price. A hand wired deluxe is what, 25?
I don't want to know.
Yeah, like
think about it.
like basically anything like made in America or made in the UK, you're paying over $2,000 for. So
Brand new.
Yeah, brand new.
Unless you like know a buddy who is addicted to heroin and trying to get rid of some stuff.
Yeah.
And then you can offer him like $500 and you know, that's a win for you.
Yeah.
I'm telling my secrets.
Yeah, I pretty much said it all we can say about this amp. It's awesome. Buy it.
Maybe do this.
No.
So, just quick 2 cents on here, like what Tia was saying earlier. The KT66 single, just straight up amp. Earlier, doing sound check, I was playing my Model T over here for fun with the master volume on 0, playing with a fuzz pedal, sounded pretty good. Then I just unplugged from here and went into this thing, cranked up all the way on the raw channel. Maybe not a shoegaze amp, maybe not on raw as a Jason Mays sound, but it's definitely like a stoner doom riff sound. cranked up all the way, it just barely starts to break up, and with a little fuzz on it, it'll fill the room. And I was very impressed on that one. So if you like the types of big amps behind me, but you're playing gigs that want a little amp, it could probably do the trick for you, because it sounded about as good as my old Model T over here. So my 2 cents, your mileage may vary, just throwing it out there.
So, I guess it is closing time here at Working Class Music. Thank you for watching this. Thank you to Charles, especially for sending this out and letting us demo this. Like I said, you've seen it in a couple other videos.
You'll see it in a couple more.
Oh yeah, you'll see it in quite a bit more. With all of that said, you know what to do. Like every other goddamn person on YouTube, like, subscribe, comment. We have Patreon, merch, affiliate links. Leave us a comment about your favorite amp or your favorite Spider-Man, whichever.
There's not a long list to choose from.
Yeah, not a long list to choose from. If you say anybody else besides Miles Morales, you're wrong, but yeah, each their own. Other than that,
Like, share, subscribe, Sweetwater affiliate.
Yeah.
Hit up SilkTone.
yeah,
Tell him that we sent you,
please do.
because the amp sounds great.
Yeah.
Like, what's something?
It's not like he's threatening to kill us or anything if you don't, but please do.
He's not in the next room.
Yeah. Charles,
I said the line.
laters?
Adios.
All right.
Everybody supersonic racing, try to keep your feet right on the ground. When you're supersonic racing, there's no time to look around. We're just supersonic racing, running to the point of no return. Everybody's supersonic racing.
All right, let's finish this episode and go to therapy after.
All right.
All right.
Yes, please.
Therapy.
Please give us money so we can afford therapy.
Yes.
Yeah, round of applause for therapy.
Yeah. Yeah. 'Cause,
This episode was brought to you by BetterHelp.
and Prozac. Plenty of Prozac.
Mostly Prozac.
Yeah.